Hello, and welcome to my channel. This is Floyd Humphreys at floydhumphreys.com. And today, I want to talk about making money. And a lot of people say they want to make a lot of money, but then when it comes down to doing what they have to do to make the money, they don't want to do it. So, got a lot of socialists in this world that think society owes them something and they want something for nothing, and otherwise they'll just go put a tent up on Skid Row and tell everybody they're helpless and homeless. Got money for drugs though, and that money that they spend on drugs is enough to make them wealthy. They just too stupid to realize it. In fact, I look around here and I see people that are creative and inventive, and sometimes I see people come up here. You can buy land up here for no money down, and they finance it for 15 years, and so, some of these people are on welfare, and they own their own land. And you got people down on Skid Row saying, well, I can't afford it. Well, hell, the money you spend on drugs is enough to buy your own place, So, within 20 miles of me, there's hundreds of people that are living in tents or of course, in the winter they don't live in a tent, but campers or motor homes or mobile homes or camp trailers or whatever, and they buy land and then they live in a camp trailer or something while they build their house, and building their house, if they do the labor themselves, they save hundreds of thousands of dollars. So for building a house, you take 4 or 5 years to do it. Build it as you can afford it. And when you get done, it's paid for, and it's worth $300,000, and it's free, and it's yours, and it's paid for. So there's always a way to do something, but a lot of people are looking for ways not to do something. So a lot of people, they'll say something stupid like, "Is this a pyramid?" They're probably a double-digit IQ, and some of them borderline on too stupid to be called human. So, you kind of have to forgive them because you can't fix stupid. But the thing is, network marketing has created more independently wealthy people, financially independent people, than any other method of marketing. So, a person can enter the network marketing field with a minimal investment. The products, are generally under $100 a month to be active, and you don't have to have a manufacturing plant, and you don't have to have a warehouse, you don't have to have a shipping and receiving crew, you don't have to have forklifts and parking lots and all that. You don't even have to have a secretary. You don't have to have an office. So, it brings the cost way down, but the financial reward can be fabulous. If you look at some of the leaders, say on YouTube or something, of course a lot of them have been doing it 10 or 20 years, but then they're not just making them silly little $5,000 or $10,000 or $20,000 a month either. They're making good money. They're making $100,000 to $1 million a month or more. So how did they do it? Well, for one thing, they pulled their head out of their ass and realized that they can do it. That's the first step. And then now, with the internet world that we live in, I have people all over the United States that are in my downline that I've never met, and most of them I've never even talked to on the phone. And so I done it online, and I don't know that I'll ever meet them. I don't know that I don't need to, So network marketing then allows a person to become wealthy with a very minimal investment. Well, then why do over 90% of the people that do it fail? Well, maybe they are still sucking on mommy's titty and want something for free or something, So, you can't fix stupid, like I said before. So they'll go out and be a slave somewhere, working in a job they don't like, and maybe they'll make enough money to live on, and maybe they'll think they have reached success if they have a car that they've got financed and living in a house that they've got financed, and and they have enough money to keep a little bit of food in the fridge. And some people, that's as good as life gets. So there isn't any reason why a person can't be wealthy. You got these socialists that haven't told the truth in 50 years a single time, and they tell you that in order for somebody to be rich, somebody has to be poor, and that's just a flat lie. It's possible for everyone to be rich all at the same time. Only a dumbass thinks otherwise. So there's people that choose to be poor. Why do they choose to be poor? Well, they choose to be poor because they're not willing to do what it takes to become rich. So becoming rich isn't necessarily the easiest thing a person will ever do. If it was, then everybody would do it. But if you use network marketing as your vehicle to become wealthy, it's going to take a minimum 3 to 5 years. And so, you've got to have a little bit of stick-to-itiveness, So the thing is, in today's internet world, you can do the whole thing online, and then it just becomes numbers. And so if you have a strategy or a system, and I do, then I can pretty well tell you and virtually guarantee that you're going to become wealthy. I mean, you won't become wealthy if you don't die. I mean, if you die, even if I tell you that you will. But, I mean, so there are, exceptions to the rule, but basically if you don't quit, you'll succeed. So I've got a system, and so do a lot of other people, and their system is different than mine, and a lot of people have their own system, and some's better than mine, some's not as good as mine. But mine works, and I share it, and with all my downline, and if you have a better one, then good, you use that one. But I share with you one that works for me, and it'll work for you too if you use it. And so I have several different methods that I use to keep a steady flow of prospects going to my sales funnel. What that does is that guarantees a constant flow of people that are joining my business. And so that right there guarantees that I'm going to grow. And it's just numbers, If 95% of people are going to quit, well, that means 5% aren't. So those are the ones I'm looking for. So, it's like if I got a prospecting list of 5,000 people that I'm going to call, and I don't call people. I don't. I just do it online. But it's the same as if I send 5,000 people to my sales funnel. Of those 5,000, a certain amount of them are going to take it serious and do it. And of those, probably 0.5% will take the business serious and sponsor other people. And so that'd be 25 out of that 5,000. And that doesn't sound like very good odds, but really you only need 4 or 5 people. If you got 4 or 5 people in your group that are doing it full time, you're rich. And if you're not, it's just because enough time hasn't went by for the building to take place. So it doesn't take a lot. And so, you get one guy that sends 20 to 50 people a day to his sales funnel. So if you got 5 people doing that, you got 1 to 500 people a day in your downline taking the free tour, and that's going to create some growth. So anyhow, if you join my team, I tell you what my top 3 prospecting methods are, ways to get leads, and keep a steady flow of people to my sales funnel. And I've got one that's proprietary, and I've got a couple of people that are using it. It's doing real well. And so I'm not going to say what that is on a video that everybody can watch, but if you're in my downline, I'll tell you what it is, and it works really well. So anyhow, when you look at network marketing, and if you come in on somebody that's under somebody that's successful, then you can get you can take advantage of all their leadership and all the mistakes that they've made and all the things that they've learned along the way. So you don't have to do it on your own. And so when the 95% of people quit, it's because they don't know how to do it. They don't understand it, or they don't know what they've got to do, or they just don't see how it works. So they quit. But the people that do know how to do it, or that learn how to do it, or that are taught how to do it, go on to become financially independent. And it really doesn't take that much to be financially independent. Hell, I mean, if you're just making 10 grand a month, you can live on it. And but the thing of it is, it grows and grows and grows and grows and grows. And you don't have to go to work 8 hours a day to get it. And in fact, you can build a perpetual income working about an hour a day. So it's a decision. Success is a choice. And it's not genetic. There's a lot of stupid people that are very, very, very wealthy. So it's not a matter of having intelligence, and it's not a matter of inheriting it. It's not a matter of buying a lottery ticket. Most of the people that win a lottery ticket are broke again in a year. So, but it's a choice, and if you decide that you want to be wealthy, then there's a lot of ways you can do it, and network marketing is one of them. And if you join my team, I'll tell you how to virtually guarantee it, because if you keep sending people to your sales funnel every day, you're going to have a steady flow of people that are joining your business. And if you have a steady flow of people that are joining your business, some of them are going to really take off and make a lot of money, and make you a lot of money in the process. So you can just decide to do it, or you can decide not to do it, So anyhow, if you decide to do it, I've got a plan, and all you have to do is follow it. And if you can read and write, well, you don't even have to be able to write. If you can read, then you can do it. So anyway, so when you see somebody that isn't successful, or at least on their way to success can take some time. It can, a minimum of 3 to 5 years. So, maybe they're still living in their tent on Hollywood Boulevard or something, but, maybe they're on their way. So, maybe they're on their way to success and not just going to go get drunk or stoned or something and call that a life. So, but if you're not already at least on your way to becoming financially independent, then you need to decide if that's what you want to do. Because if you do, it's just a choice. And once you decide to do it, it's bam, 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 done deal. And so, you can decide not to do it, or you can decide to do it. And anyway, I just wanted to tell you that anybody can do it. I mean, anybody. And I'm an example of that. So, anyway, I hope you have a great day.